cielo y eres el color.
Hello. Can we see everybody? There you go. Hi, everybody. This is Veronica La Consentida with Musica Mi Casa. And I am here with someone that's very special to me and also a very good friend of mine as well. And I just wanted to come on here because I wanted to show Joe just these new programs that are out. I want him to see how this functions. And I'm excited because I get to, show him my show. It's very exciting. All of you that know me have seen the video of me and Joe Cortez with Me Desalojaste de tu Corazón. So here he is. This is Joe Cortez and his friend. And introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Shelly Stevens, and my husband and I are a musical duo called Twice as Nice.
Twice as nice.
Twice as nice.
And I'm Joe Cortez. You guys know me as fair but firm. Keep your calls up all the time. Give me a clean fight.
Perfect. So today I was on Joe's show and we were just talking a little bit about his show. What is the name of your show, Joe?
The Joe Cortez Show.
Very easy, the Joe Cortez Show. And I just wanted to let you guys know, look him up on YouTube. We're going to start working on getting the show out there. You guys share and follow him because we've got a lot of things planned. Even trying to get Joe to go to San Antonio. So, that's one of the things, that's one of my goals, right, Joe?
We're going to make it happen. San Antonio, make sure I wear a cowboy hat and my high heel boots.
Exactly. So everybody, hello everybody that's watching. Hello, Henry. I see that you're watching already online. Henry is in New Mexico and he's watching right now. And I please share the live. Write any questions you have for Joe. Take advantage that we got Joe online. Because he's a busy man. He's a very busy man. So, anyways, Joe. First of all, thank you so much for doing the video with me. Joe helped me kick off my crossover to Tejano music. Thank you so much for that, Joe. Yeah. And we have that video online also on YouTube, so you guys can watch it. Joe, what have you been up to?
Well, I've been retired from boxing. I was a professional fighter. I retired as a professional fighter when I was 26. I only had 19 pro fights. You got to know that I started at the amateurs with a great fighter from Tijuana, Mexico, named Gaspar El Indio Ortega. And he's when I started me in boxing. I met him when I was 12 in New York City, where I was born and raised. And my parents are from Puerto Rico. And I got into boxing because I got tired of being bullied in my neighborhood, Spanish Harlem. A lot of gangs, a lot of tough guys in the neighborhood. And I was a skinny guy. He always chased me down. Then my brother and I got involved with the Police Athletic League as fighters in the amateurs. And won my first Golden Glove championship in Madison Square Garden when I was 16 years old with over 16,000 fans in Madison Square Garden. And I won 6 Golden Glove championships in New York, the Easterns, the Spanish Golden Gloves. And then I turned pro when I was 18. And I had a nice career in boxing. Then I retired as a professional referee, as a professional fighter. And I came back as a referee 7 years later, and that was in 1977. Some of you guys weren't even born yet. Anyway,
I don't even think Henry was born yet. He's watching.
I had a great career in boxing, but boxing was good because I got to referee. My dream was to do one world title fight. And my first world title fight, 5 years after I turned pro, was Aaron Pryor and Miguel Montilla in Atlantic City, New Jersey. That was my first title fight. And when I retired, 2012, I retired with 176 World Championship fight. So I've done it more. Roberto Duran 4 times, Mike Tyson 8 times, Oscar De La Hoya 5 times, Manny Pacquiao 3 times, Floyd Mayweather 3 times, Sugar Ray Leonard, Larry Holmes. Just to name a few of the many great champions that I refereed throughout my career. And like I said, I refereed over 1,000 professional fights. But then people say, Joe, you remember one time you refereed my fight? I don't even remember the guy, who it is. I mean, how can I remember so many fighters, over 1,000? But I do remember, like George Foreman, I refereed 4 times. May he rest in peace. He was from Houston, Texas. And we loved him very much, a good man. I got to know him one-on-one, really personally, on a personal basis when I retired from boxing as a referee. When I was an active referee, I stayed away from the fighters. I could fraternize with the fighters, but because as a referee, you can't do that with the managers, the promoters, trainers. I kept my distance to do a clean fight as a referee, the way you're supposed to do. But now that I started doing some commentating for HBO and Showtime, and now I'm doing this show, the Joe Cortez show. We do it every Friday in Las Vegas, and then with Veronica helping me out, we're going to get out all platforms across the board. Make sure that everybody, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube channel, your FaceTime channel, and many more.
Exactly. I think that you guys probably have tons of questions you'd like to ask Joe. I mean, Joe has such a history of, just being around these fighters, hearing what they talk about. You probably want to know all the secrets. So I told Joe, you got to be everywhere because people want to pick your brain and know what's happening in the boxing world, your opinions. When the fights come up, people want to know what you think.
Well, a lot of individuals want to know from a referee perspective, being that I've been in the ring with so many of the great fighters, Sugar Ray Leonard as well as another one. And Shelly, she's my co-host on my show. Shelly Stephen, her husband, is a singer, played with the Commodores, with Stylistics back in the days. And they perform here in Las Vegas. Shelly, welcome again to the show.
Yeah. I know we're talking about boxing, but how long have you been doing that, Shelly? How long have you been singing?
Goodness. I think, let's see, it's so many years I can't even count. I know right after college, I started doing Broadway musicals, and then I decided I wanted to see more of the world. My husband and I are originally from Philadelphia. I was born in Jersey. Shows were in New York and Jersey and Philly. And I decided to be a flight attendant. So I started flying with Pan Am so I could see the world for free. And after that, I met my husband, and he had just left the Stylistics and the Commodores. He was performing on his own. And we got together, someone introduced us, he made me come up to the piano and sing with him, and the rest is history. And so I stopped flying around the world, but we did begin cruising around the world. So we worked in many different cruise lines, and after COVID, we decided to settle down here in Las Vegas, and that's when we met Joe, and things began happening for us here in Las Vegas as well. So we have something in common with this man.
Yeah, I've known Joe for a while now, and
Tell him a was. Don't say a was. Hey, a long time. like 25 years.
like 25 years. He's like I don't know, what would you call, like my padrino?
Yeah.
Like my padrino.
Godfather.
My godfather. Yeah, my padrino. And Joe was actually the one that really supported me going into Tejano music. He's learning a little more about Tex-Mex music. What do you think about Tejano music, Joe?
Well, I think it's very good. You got to bring it back. Tex-Mex music has been around from the mid 1900s, and we're bringing it back where it belongs because Selena was one of the favorite ones, one of the great ones in the Tex-Mex music. And now Veronica is bringing it back. She wants to bring it back to Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, where it's very much needed. We think that with my dear friend here, Shelly Stevens, and husband Wesley, and Veronica, with her music.
We're bringing that old school back.
Yeah, the old time music, we get back to Las Vegas where it belongs. I mean, we call it the entertainment capital of the world, but let's make it happen again.
Exactly. And I want everybody to know that Joe is 100% behind the idea,
Yeah.
as you can see.
Well, you guys, we're going to revolutionize the music industry again.
Yeah.
Making it come back where it belongs to another level.
Yes. And I had seen that Boogeyman was watching. Now, I don't know if he's still on here, but hello, Boogeyman. Boogeyman lives in Las Vegas many years, wanted to bring Tejano here. He's from Houston. He's a very famous person because he started like the Tejano radio industry and the internet. He was one of the founders of that kind of stuff.
Right, well,
So he's here in Vegas.
yeah, he has a big followers, millions of followers for the Boogeyman. And the Boogeyman. There was a fighter named the Boogeyman back in the days. He got his name. Was a middleweight fighter. I forgot the name, but he knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Gabriel is online. Hola, Gabriel. And then we've got Elvira, my cousin. She said, yes, bring it back. Bring it back.
Bring it back where it belongs.
Bring back the old good music.
The entertainment capital of the world, and we're also going to bring it back into Texas.
Yes,
Yay.
we're gonna bring Joe to Texas. So Joe could give you guys some boxing tips.
The right one will get you one, the left one will.
Yeah, hello Vicky V. We got Vicky V online. Oh, thank you. Oh, Boogeyman is still online. Yes, Boogeyman has been following my career. Now, I didn't know who Boogeyman was because I'm just getting into Tejano, but he's been following me. And then when he saw online that I did Tejano, because that's what he wanted to bring here, he reached out. He said, girl, I have been following you and you are now doing Tejano. So let's do it. Let's bring it. And so he does have an internet station here. I don't know exactly what it is. If you could tell me, Boogeyman, the name of your station or how they can tune in. He does play Tejano and he continues to play my music too. But definitely, I think the old school music is just so rich and so wholesome and so pure. Like we can't not have that.
I went one night when you were performing. I was in there. I was so impressed. Everybody got up. Everybody was dancing. I was looking at everybody just the best time of their lives. It was like a different kind of a crowd, a nice, decent, cool going crowd, not a wild crowd. Everybody was nice.
And that was just a little taste. It was my first honey dance, and now we're gonna have the second honey dance, July 10th. Everybody that's gonna be in Las Vegas, don't forget July 10th at the Motown Extreme Showroom. We will be having a second honey dance, and guess who's gonna be there?
I'm gonna be there. Shirley and her
I found
husband.
out she likes Tejano, so
I love it.
I told her she has to put that in her show. She's gonna have to sing some Tejano songs.
You got to watch her husband. He'll come in with his cowboy hat because he wears a cowboy hat. Not in a nice outfit. Wesley's played with the Commodores and with the stylistic back in the 60s and 70s. Lionel Richie was one of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
Anyway, but we're here today here in Las Vegas, the entertainment capital of the world, and now trying to be the sports capital of the world. So now we have not only boxing, but we got football, baseball.
Yeah.
Baseball coming up soon. The Oakland A's are moving here to Las Vegas. We got the Golden Knights. We got hockey. The hockey with the Golden Knights is unbelievable. You go to a live show with the Golden Knights, and it's like crazy in there. The fans just go crazy with the. Can you imagine playing hockey on ice in the desert in Las Vegas?
Yes.
It's amazing.
It's gonna be crazy.
No,
We'll be cool in there though.
Yeah, cool. To some extent. I mean, here in Las Vegas, it gets to be 110, 112, 115, 116, 117. I tell you, you don't want to be outdoors. That's why we don't have horse racing here yet in Las Vegas. I say yet because I'm working on something with the government to try to bring horse racing back to Las Vegas. We never had horse racing here, because of the heat. I said, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it seasonal. We do it in the winter months when it's cool, when it's 70, 50, 60 degrees here. We can do horse racing. Then let's talk about it. You know what? Joe, you have an idea. But the other thing I want to do is, you all know, Joe Louis, the former heavyweight champion of the world, one of the greatest of all time. I have a statue of him made of marble, and it's in a casino at Caesar's Palace. And they've been there because he used to work at Caesar's Palace as a casino host. He retired from boxing. But I said day before yesterday, I was at a meeting at Joe Brown's luncheon at the Ahern Hotel. And I said, Bob Ryman was the speaker at that show. And I brought up my hand, asked a question. Why don't we bring the statue that we have at Caesar's Palace? It's all the way in the back in the casino, in a little corner where nobody hardly ever sees it. Nobody even knows it's back there. I said, why don't we get that statue and move it to the airport? Here we have over 40 million tourists a year come to Las Vegas. What we put at the airport, you got more visibility. And we put one of those little tags where you can scan on where the statue is at. You can scan it can be able to Caesar's Palace. They own it. They can bring them back to the Caesar's Palace page. They can see what's going on at Caesar's Palace. They think it's a great idea. It's in the works right now. When you see that Joe Louis statue at the Harry Reid Airport here in Las Vegas, Nevada, you can say Joe made that happen.
That's
It's
awesome.
one of my projects.
That is awesome, Joe.
And he has many. They're
That
all
is
very
awesome.
good.
That is awesome. Well, I've got Boogeyman is saying that his radio station, he's been playing Tejano music here, but it's an internet station. It's called TejanoLive.com. That's his radio station. And he's also saying that it's going to be awesome to bring Tejano here to Las Vegas. So he's very excited about that. Yeah.
Great.
We've got Vicky V still watching. And anyone else, share the live. I see that there's some numbers coming in. I just want you guys to know that I'm very grateful to Joe, very grateful for his support and all that he's doing and all the different projects that he's got. Joe's, a lot of people don't know, you're very creative.
I'm the jack of all trades and the master of none.
No, he's a master of all.
Trust me, he's always behind the scenes. We don't know what's going to pop up.
Exactly.
And we're like, oh, there's Joe,
Well, I'm a big sports fan and entertainment fan, but I want to see something happen here in Las Vegas. We're working on some projects to get the sports and entertainment museum in Las Vegas. I'm working with that right now with the government to see if we can make that happen because so many entertainers have come here to perform in Las Vegas and so many sports celebrities over Las Vegas. Why not have a museum, sports/celebrity museum? I think it's going to happen in the very near future.
Definitely. Joe, so you no longer do anything in boxing? Is that how, you kind of retired, right?
I'm retired as a referee, but I do a lot of commentating for the amateur fight. I like to help the USA boxing, and we do a lot of things. We're doing a movie in London,
so nice.
a movie, and they want me to come out and just referee a segment like I did with the Rocky Balboa movie. And I did a movie with Eddie Murphy, I Spy, one by Natoya Banderas, Woody Harrelson, Played to the Bone, and then one was Snacks Undisputed. So I've been in some movies playing my role as a referee. And so it's Stallone, he's just been excited about how we did the boxing scene. They want to give me a script. I told Sylvester, you know what? I don't need a script. Let's do it. You want to look authentic? Let's do it my way. He said, let's do it your way. And we did it. One of the best things you want to see.
Yeah, you talked about that. I remember you telling me about that. That was funny.
And then I got to meet with Mark Wahlberg last year. And Mark Wahlberg said, Joe, Joe, I'm one of your fans. I love you refereeing all the big fights, especially Julio Cesar Chavez. He says, I want you to do a segment with me. I want to do a boxing scene with Julio Cesar Chavez movie, and I want you to be the referee. So that's in the works. Hopefully this year we can get that off the track.
Definitely. We have Luz Sade saying, saludos Verónica, esperamos verte pronto, tus amigos y diseñadores Maurel Boutique. Oh, so they used to be my designers for some clothes,
Okay.
and now they want to see me again. Maybe they can make me something for the next video.
Yeah.
Hola, saludos. Yes. Yeah, estoy aquí con Joe Cortez. So say a little bit in Spanish, Joe. Poquito.
Mira, estamos aquí para tratar de dar la información de lo que yo hago en el boxeo y Verónica con su música y Shelly con la música de ella, que canta con su esposo Wesley. Y estamos aquí para tratar de hacer cosas nuevas. Ahora viene, todo está cambiando en el mundo pues, con las redes sociales. Hay que hacer muchas cosas nuevas y aquí estamos para hacerle lo mejor para ustedes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to get Joe's show off the ground. Really, I want to really promote it in San Antonio. Every time I talk about Joe or they see the video, they're like, we love him, tell him to visit. So we're going to get connected with San Antonio people. All my fans want to know what's happening with Joe.
I went to San Antonio a couple of times, but one time that I went there, I was to referee Julio Cesar Chavez and Pernell Whitaker at the Alamodome, and they had 65,000 fans present there. It was nice, the largest indoor crowd in boxing history. With Julio Cesar Chavez and Pernell Whitaker. The fight ended up a draw. A lot of people thought the decision wasn't correct, but you know what? I give both fighters a lot of credit because they fought their hearts out for 12 rounds. But one of the greatest fights I refereed was Julio Cesar Chavez against Greg Haugen in Mexico City against Stadium Azteca, where there was 132,000 fans, the largest crowd boxing history up to this date. The record hasn't been broken. But people say, Joe, what's the hardest punch you ever heard? I said, well, I refereed Mike Tyson 8 times. He was a great knockout artist. But I never forget when I refereed George Foreman, when he became heavyweight champion of the world at the age of 45, when he knocked out Michael Moore here in Las Vegas. That was an honor being the referee for that fight.
That's awesome. And I think everyone's so interested in your just all your stories, your history. So I want to bring you on again. I mean, every so often because I want to be able to hear more about what you've done
Sure.
and the history, how you began, I see some black and white pictures in your house and I'm like, wow, this is an amazing story,
Well, you
right?
know, there's so much I can talk about. There's so many stories I could. I want to show you a photo that somebody sent me this morning, and I was looking at it. The picture right here, you guys can see
Yeah, put
my
it
br-
up
my,
right
my,
there.
my, my brother Mike and I.
Oh, there you go.
When you see we had 16,000 fans watching my brother Mike and I when we won our first Golden Glove championship in Madison Square Garden. And to me, that was an honor. I ended up winning 6 Golden Glove championships. But one of the highlights of my amateur career was winning the Eastern Golden Glove championships. And that night we had to fight twice the same night. I ended up knocking out both opponents the same night in Madison Square Garden. And then from there, we went up to Bear Mountain to train for 2 weeks. Then they flew us to Chicago to fight for the national championship. With my brother Mike and I became the first brothers that went to win the New York, the Easterns, and the National the same year in different weight classes. They've been an honor.
That's amazing. Yeah, there's a lot going on. We've got people writing. Let's see. We've got. Let me see. It says many blessings, cousin, to you, Joe and Shelly. May all your projects come true. Well, we're gonna make them come true, right?
For sure. I always
We're
think
gonna work hard.
one thing about me, guys, listening out there, I always think positive. I think you can do anything. You put in your head, love yourself, love your people out there, and believe in yourself. You can make anything happen. Think positive. If you think positive, you can make it happen.
Hey, so we've got Johnny J. Martinez. Now he's online watching. He is from the group that's coming, Conjunto Diferencia. You saw them play.
Right.
You saw the guy that was
Yeah,
playing his accordion.
amazing.
That's him. What do you want to tell him? He's going to be coming back July 10th to bring the music to Vegas. And they're so eager to get their music here.
Well, we hope to see him. I want to meet him personally in Las Vegas, July 10th. And you fans out there and here in Las Vegas, you're going to see that great show at the Motown Club with Veronica Lopez and her people. But we'd like to meet you.
Yeah.
Come here. And always remember, but keep your guards up because Las Vegas is a sin city. So sometimes you got to be careful when you come in, but you love the town.
Yeah,
I've been here
yeah.
34 years and I love it.
Yeah, they're excited. Conjunto Diferencia is from Tucson, Arizona. So they want to come in here every so often and show their stuff. Every artist, as you know, Shelly, wants people to see them perform. I mean, that is what we want. So when I go to San Antonio, I'm like, where else can I perform? Where else can I perform? And while they're in town, they're trying to take advantage of the time here. He says that it's going to be an honor to meet a legend.
Thank you. It's an honor for me. I'm just a regular guy. I've been around the block a couple of times. I love my fans out there. I think it's opening doors and paying it forward.
Yes, definitely. If anyone has any questions for Joe, go ahead and ask. I mean, I'm here looking at it. We got some little limited time right now, but because we're gonna have a meeting, but definitely, let me know. We've got Jaime Vidal. Say hello to Jaime Vidal. He's
Jaime.
got Street Talk Magazine. I was actually on his radio the other day, and very, very nice people. He's had this newspaper magazine for many, many years, and he's now watching online. He's very successful print in San Antonio.
Well, we hope to meet you one day in the near future. Either I meet you there or you come out to Vegas. We're definitely going to meet. Okay, you have a good day, buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, these are the radio stations that are really supporting me out there that I totally feel so grateful. All my songs are playing, Joe, all of them. And it all started with the boxing video. Right?
Right.
The boxing video. That was the very first
the
one.
boxing video that I did with Veronica.
Yeah.
In my house, we have a professional boxing ring, and I had it there, and we did a nice video for her to promote her music.
Thank you so much. And you said that recently you don't have that ring anymore.
No, I donated to a youth program out of California. They had an amateur program. They needed a ring, and I had to get rid of it, so I gave it to them.
Actually, it's good that we made a memory before you took it out of there, because now forever I'll see it and I'll remember.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like you
I
make.
have pictures still in my phone which
Yeah.
I have to show people. This
You
is
didn't
what
get rid of the
it
king
was.
chair though, did you?
Well, I still have a king
You still
chair.
got the king
No,
chair.
he's got the king
We may
chair.
have to bring that to the party that night.
The king chair. I'm going to create a program. I'm thinking of doing a program, an annual event. We're going to have royalty in boxing. We're going to have the king for the day will be sitting on that king chair that I have.
We can't have the king chair. You sit in the king chair at the event.
I'm not a king right now.
Yes, you are.
He is. He has so much history. You have seen so many people do so many things in the ring. Like, just one question: what is the most memorable moment in all the fights you've done? Like, that you never forget. You're like, that's it. That's the one.
Of all the fights I've done, I did so many world championship fights. But one of them was Roberto Duran when he beat Iran Barkley for the middleweight championship. That was one of them. And of course, George Foreman when he knocked out Michael Moore for the heavyweight championship at the age of 45. I've done a referee Sugar Ray Leonard and Camacho, and I did Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather. I don't know referee you guys all 3 or 4 times each. 176 world title fights. It was an honor for me to be involved.
Wow.
But there's so many. But my greatest memory is all the fans that I've created throughout the years around the world. It's been an honor.
Wow. Joe, before we go, because we're almost done, but show everybody your ring. I always look at that ring and I go,
My ring?
everybody's got to see that ring. Let's see. There you go.
That's my Hall of Fame boxing ring.
Yeah.
When I got inducted with Mike Tyson, Julio Cesar Chavez, Cousin Zoo, Nasser Bernstein. So long, we got inducted 2011 at the International Boxing Hall of Fame. There's a lot of Hall of Fames around the country, but everybody wants to get into this one, which is the International Hall of Fame. It's an honor for me to be inducted in that class. And September 28th of this year in Atlantic City, New Jersey, I'll be inducted in my 6th Hall of Fame. It'll be September 28th in Atlantic City, New Jersey.
That's awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna end it now. I just want to let you guys know there's a lot more coming with Joe. There's a lot more coming with Shelly, because I don't know. I have a gut feeling we're gonna make a team right here.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be a team because I really want to get these people to know you guys.
I told you guys, remember guys, I'm fair but I'm firm. Keep your guards up at all times. I'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you guys. Thank you.